Risk zone, we are not only teaching children what we are asked to, at the same time we include Jesus' mission here to give value education. Alright, integral or value education. That is our mission. That is a big difference between other teachers and us. So I have already prepared a file for you. See here, CSST, Integral Education File. See here, you have CSST files. You have the PowerPoint here. See the PowerPoint? What I have given, everything is there. And you've got a document of Pope Francis encyclical Laudato Si here. This is what I told you. What is it in for area? The fifth IPCC's fifth assessment report. What is in for South Asia? We are known as South Asia. That's a technical for India. So this is the adaptation document. Educators should read this encyclical and this one, United Nations. IPCC is the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. They are the authority to predict what would happen in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 100 years. 5,000 scientists are involved. So much money has been. Church is teaching on education here. Congregation for Catholic Education, all the documents yesterday I showed you here. Education, that's a PowerPoint. Holy Father's letter or something, I don't know what it is, but you just open and see, okay? Here, second file, all the pictures you have here. This is only picture file, because when you put a PowerPoint presentation, when you play it, the pictures might come, but the videos won't come. Videos you have to assign in your computer, alright? Otherwise videos, they don't play. So what you should do, videos are here. The same file itself, look at that. There are extra videos also. But here, all the videos are here. You can edit yourself. And then, whatever video you want, you assign. And you give a seminar to the students. That will be much effective. So this file, after this first session, somebody bring the pen drive and copy, and you can distribute to others. All right? Good. Okay, last session we have come. Practical application. And whatever we missed, we are going to be reminded here. All right? So it is a very interesting session for you. Very jolly session. It's going to be not boring at all. Lot of fun. There will be a lot of jokes also. So we should enjoy what we learn, isn't it? Okay. So we have seen it. What sort of this or that. Okay. Right here. Baptism I give in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. So that's the name of it, okay? Practical application of integral education or value education in schools, religious institutions and community, which involves the parents. I think you know already. So you may not use that word if they don't like it. You can use it maybe another name, maybe Gandhi or something like that, okay? Because Francis of Assisi, nobody will object. He's a very common person. Everybody loves him. So then Sarvodaya, ecological spirituality group, Swadeshi, recycle, reuse group. These are common names. Swaraj, Om Dharan group, and probably Swachh Bharat, some group. The nation's interest, that will get us full cooperation. Purchasing and recycling, water conservation, buying and sharing food, creating sustainable landscapes, combat desertification because India is becoming a desert, agrarian theology or agrarian awakening because people all abandon their farming and go and become doctor, engineers, sisters and fathers. you better, some of the sisters enter into, later on, maybe in another 50 years time, all the church grounds will be farming grounds, I tell you. Church will be a probably granary where you store rice and ragi and vegetables. Theology. Yesterday, I told you yesterday, an application strategy I'm going to teach you. The biblical reading this morning was excellent. I love the text. It's all inspired. Sister, you read, no? Who read?
David.
How did you find the text? You know consciously that we are going to do adaptation? Yeah, you know it, isn't it? But the selection of text is excellent. Excellent, I like that. Okay, the last one is impact assessment group. I told you, no, first day when I came here, the impact assessment, no group was doing. You were planting trees and recycling, good job. But the impact, what is happening in your own environment, how many mountains are powdered, how many animals have gone extinct, how many wetlands are turned into houses and parking lots and roads, that thing you didn't do at all. So that is what impact assessment group is all about. Okay, we'll go inside and see little stuff, energy conservation. This is what you should teach in your school. Have electricity bill is 500 units. You need to cut into half, bring down to 250 units. That is the carbon footprint. You come down. If you're using fuel like 500 liters a month for your car, try considering maybe 300 liters. The 200 you have to reduce. And also efficiency is very important. See there? Don't use old air conditions making noise, sound, no? In some places they give me the room, they put air condition. It's like, maybe the air condition was produced in Hyder Ali time or Tipu Sultan. Such an old one. But here, there is energy efficient appliances. Do something about it. Probably you will do something about it. You better go there. Answers. That is what you should do. Make them energy efficiency second nature. That means you don't think about it. Energy efficient automatically follows. Consider solar energy systems. I want to take you to Tiruvalla. Am I pronouncing okay in Kerala? Tiruvalla? Tiruvalla, okay. There is one technological college. It is 10 times better than Narendra Modi or Microsoft, Bill Gates, or Steve Jobs, or Pope Francis, I would say. Visionary 20 years ago. His own campus is not using energy from the public grid. Everything is honest. It goes into septic tank, a gas pipe is fit there. Every energy is harnessed from our own waste. Everything, cooking, light, he has got the separate radio station, television station. Everything, energy goes here, energy comes here, again comes here. Everything is energy. Such a wonderful mission. You should, sisters should go to Tiruvalla, to this place what I am talking about, and you should. I was there 10 days giving seminar for the students. I filmed everything. You can watch on YouTube, right? You can see. Now United Nations, they are talking about human excretion turning into energy. Just now they are talking. Father Abraham Mulagamutil already did it 20 years ago. So you have to meet the priest, but he is sick now. Excellent missionary. This kind of people, we should bring them to the floor and then introduce him. Church should use this kind of people, but unfortunately we don't do that. Okay, here is use the outdoors efficiently, especially for cooling the house and drying clothes. The future doesn't look good at all. China burns 60% coal. That is a dirty energy source. So in order to make balance, India should go for 27% coal burning and then natural gas, crude oil, renewable. So you reduce coal burning and go for wind energy, water energy, hydrothermal energy or geothermal energy, so solar energy, good for you. Still you can go in plane and rockets, no problem, but only energy source is different. That is the area where you are going to encourage your students to invent new technology. Into energy source. Only thing is our younger boys will come up with the technology. That's all. So you are going to encourage them, nourish them. You are going to show the route. That's why Pope is writing. Youngsters want to do that, but only the parents and the teachers and the leaders, they don't know how to guide them. So yesterday you also brought that point. I observed the point number 5, I think, 4 or 5 in the evening. You brought that beautifully well. So come on, that is the area where
highly polluting fossil fuels, especially coal, but also oil and to a lesser degree gas, needs to be progressively replaced without delay.
that is called.
The community has still not reached agreements about the responsibility for paying the cost of this energy transition.
But the international community is not at all interested. They are thinking only about high economic growth, the new factories, new production, distribution, new markets, new consumption. What you think is only about markets, only about resource depletion. Can't you think about preservation and conservation and renewable energy sources? That makes sense, sisters. So you need to encourage. So last one, 180.
At the same time, on the national and local levels, much still needs to be done, such as promoting ways of conserving energy.
Conservation of energy is very important. So as I told Father Abraham, Ulagamutil is a good example for those first two paragraphs. And energy efficiency now, we are using extra lights because I want to film. Why don't you put this tube also in the front, please? Because we need some videos. So otherwise I would have asked you to switch off all the lights. Only fans would have been. This tube will burn or no? Okay. Help conserve energy. See here? If lights, this uses 40 watts. If you are paying 10,000 rupees electricity bill, if you use CFL bulbs, it will come into 5,000 rupees. So these are the bulbs you should use. Kick out all the incandescent bulbs. These are all the round bulb, no? Round bulbs with the filament inside. Those are all energy depleting technology. Go for CFL. CFL bulbs are little expensive. Alright. Before you do, that's called pre-cycle. That's the word. Pre-cycle means you shop in the mind. You think about shopping. Tomorrow, one air condition. Tonight in the bed, you just think about your walking in the store, looking at all the things. Don't fall down from the bed. That's very important. So you just go there and see. Then you ask many questions in your mind. You ask, why now air condition? That's an important question. I've been living 65 years without air condition, but now why air condition? So probably you will not. You don't have to spend that money to save money. So pre-cycle is very good. That is where most of the things are rejected and questioned, re-questioned, and if it is necessary, yes, you buy it. But energy efficient. So you do that. So energy rating is very important. Okay, number 2 is transportation. That is the largest footprint. All that stuff happening, even sisters are provincials, or many provincials do that. Let's go. No, I'm not telling you. There are a lot of provincials. They do that, they abuse this kind of stuff. So necessary, even if you are a provincial, even if you are a big shot, you don't have to like a superior there, like a Maharaja. You see, I take a nice bus like Volvo. Nice Volvo pushback seat, like in an aeroplane I travel. I take a best train possible, Rajdhani, or fully complete Shatabdi. I travel. In a car, if I go, I pay triple. But here I pay only 30% because I'm a senior citizen. I'm 65, I get 30% off. You are a woman, you get 40%. There is discrimination in this country. Women get 40, men get only 25. So I go, yeah, but I get 7 sacraments and you get only 6. Be mindful, consider driving an alternative fuel. He lives in local Mary. He lives in Bangalore Mary. That is an illusion. That is an illusion. The same Mary is right in your room also. You don't have to go anywhere. You just invoke Our Lady of Health in your home itself. So don't have to go, because that is the big carbon footprint today in India. Every religion recommend yatra. So everybody pollutes. Bangalore is the most polluted places in India. But when Mary appeared, that was the most pristine, beautiful place on the planet. Everybody came. Mary appeared to creation, to trees, and humans is only 1 or 2, but she appeared to mount cathedrals, parking lots, and shops, and big shrines. No trees there. Go to where are the trees? You immediately observe, where are the trees to whom Mary appeared? So that's why Mary doesn't appear anymore. She stopped all that action because they know if I appear in some place, that place will be destroyed. Lourdes destroyed, Fatima destroyed, Pedagogy destroyed, Guadalupe destroyed. Purundi is good because not many people go there. So Velanganni destroyed. Use public transportation. Remember the simple things about fuel efficiency. Keep the cities which have become unhealthy to live in, not only because of pollution caused by toxic emissions, but also as a result of urban chaos, poor transportation, and visual pollution and noise. Very poor transportation in India. Karnataka used to be worse, but now they are the best in India itself. Their system is fantastic. They have the Volvo investment, very efficient. Ours is Tata and Ashok Leyland. Still the same place. But Volvo, gone. Some Volvo buses and leave them there. What will happen? Our drivers are good. Fantastic drivers. You just leave the Volvo bus in Chennai and measure the time. He will take you within 3.5 hours. And tolls, they are the killers. In every toll, 30 minutes, 20 minutes. In festival time, 45 minutes. So I don't think highways is the solution. It is the software, what we use. Kick out all Indian technology vehicles. The Mahindra vehicles, fantastic. I think Karnataka has become a model, best model. I should give a credit to Karnataka. Yeah, that is excellent. Okay, these are the hybrid cars. They are invented 30 years ago, and not even one car is sold in India. This is the electrical power cars. They are not that. Yes, just kidding. It is called domestic spirituality. Mary treasured all things in our heart. That is the domestic spirituality. Means be local, buy locally, eat locally, don't go to Singapore for breakfast, and sell locally, and sleep locally, pray locally, and marry locally. Find a boy next door or next street. When you say uncle, uncle will run. But if you take a girl from America, uncle, you take 18 hours to go and call uncle about it. But here, hundreds of uncles will run when you call uncle. Athletic seminar. That's the third time I am hearing this comment. In 3 places in Singapore, I went to preach retreat to the priest. Then I was talking about local domestic spirituality. Then they told Father Rai for preaching retreat in Singapore, Malaysia. So he was telling, why didn't you stay in your own local? Why did you come all the way here? What was that? That's what sister told us. Yeah, attend the seminar locally. Yeah, that's excellent. They got that. So everything local, okay? Buy locally. That's the best thing. You will not using the transportation and
Much suffering for those who use them. Many cars used by one or more people circulate in cities, causing traffic congestion, raising the level of pollution, and consuming enormous quantities of non-renewable energy. This makes it necessary to build more roads and parking areas which spoil the urban landscape. Many specialists agree on the need to give priority to public transportation.
because some boxes in the church premises or convent or school to recycle paper, glass and plastic bags. Keep boxes there so that you can gather. Don't leave any waste in a compound of church. Use supplies made from natural, recycled or recyclable material. Next. This is
They need to acknowledge the scandalous level of consumption in some privileged sectors of their population and combat corruption more effectively.
continue.
Christian spirituality of the obsession with consumption. Christian spirituality proposes a growth marked by moderation and the capacity to be happy with little. Happiness means knowing how to limit some needs.
That's the best writing of Francis. Happiness means to know real mountains, real birds, real people, and real lakes and ocean. Those are technology. Look at the mountain, look at the mountain. I mean, look at the lake, sister. The train I see, the boys, hey, look at the lake. Lake is passing outside. They are looking on the screens. So those who did not buy technology, you get more opportunities to experience and to enjoy. Actually, by buying, we are contriving our own opportunities. We are simply losing out. Workers. It's made by hand. Mahatma Gandhi was very particular that machines are not the instruments to make product, because he is affected by Manchester mills, because the Swadeshi movement was the reaction to that, because Indian cotton was taken to Manchester in England, they made clothes, they brought it back and they sold 3-4 times full price. So that's why Swadeshi movement was born. Then Mahatma Gandhi told, let us go for khadi, chakra, spinning and so on. That all happened. So you should really encourage our hands of people. That is today. You know what is the largest multinational corporation employed, highly employed organization? Khadi Craft. 60 million people are working in Khadi Craft. The next biggest is Microsoft, only 6 million. 10 times more than any multinational corporations in the world. So that gives importance to Khadi Craft. Only rich people go there, not you and me. Rich people go there. All highly educated, classy people go there. They are a little expensive, but sometimes you should go Pongal, Deepavali, the festival time. They give you 30-40% off. I have all my kurtas, all my pants bought only in Khadi Craft. And chappals, Khadi Craft. Food, Khadi Craft. You get good honey there. Everything is made by hand. Nellika, you know that gooseberries, big ones in the honey. Just you go and eat it. Your mother is going to change you immediately, because I'm going to order more bottles. So, excellent food. You just go check it out. You buy it first, and then Justice Mahatma Gandhi, I'm going to stop now. I just give you introduction what I'm going to continue this afternoon. So Nahi Talim, that is integral education. Yesterday we were talking about Swadeshi, Swaraj, Sarvodaya. Nahi Talim is the principle which states that knowledge and work are not separate. And it was Mahatma Gandhi who promoted an educational curriculum with the same name based on this pedagogical principle. It can be translated with the phrase basic education for all. Naitalim is craft-based education in which spiritual. Naitalim pedagogy is very important. Maybe I will come and continue this afternoon because very important stuff is there. So I want you to show. On the table and he teaches. I still remember that teacher. Very important. Every teacher has a decorum, especially professional nuns. Professor, Salesian professor, he was educated in Cambridge in England. He just comes, sits and gives you a look. Everybody is silent. But his subject is excellent, thorough. Nobody will talk in his, he never says don't talk. Just a look. When he gives a talk, everybody is eye-locked. That's it. 45 minutes, you are eye-locked. Such a serious, no smile at all. I've never seen smile even today. He died anyway without smiling. But he was a good teacher. Okay. Judgmental of people, that's very bad. Parents and siblings, you don't like him. Many students come and tell the sisters or teachers, you don't like no? You don't like me, no? I know, sister, you say that. Next. Yeah. So another quote from William, the mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates. The great teacher inspires. Where are you? Where are you? These are some of the characteristics. If you find in you, you are very gifted. Just reflect on that. See the empathetic also there in the center. Wow. Jesus' emotion is so unreal. Empathy source go deep inside, sleeping like a king cobra in the nest. Once it takes the hood, oh my God, praise the Lord, hallelujah. Okay, that is the awakening. So your empathy. Sister Grace Rose, your congregation is very rich. Very rich, posh. Why? Not because of the institutions, because of no economy, because of the sisters' gifts. These are the greatest gift of all, and of course your richest congregation in the world. Oh, that means you have humility. Still richer. Okay, what makes a good teacher? We are going to step by step now, okay? Good teacher, great teacher. Good teachers listen well. Good teachers focus on collaboration. Good teachers are adaptable. Hey, that word is very important. Adaptable. Good teachers are engaging. Good teachers show. That's all. If you show that, I don't have to read anything at all. That's it. Over. Good teachers show empathy, good teachers have patience, good teachers value real world learning. That means every moment you learn. Right now you are learning. There is no moment you don't learn. You learn every second. Every second. Even when you're here, okay, you come, four of you. Come. Yeah, come. Come 4, 3, 7. Quick.